Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today's reading is going to be about what Spirit wants you to know. So go ahead and take a moment to meditate with these cards and allow your intuition to guide you to whatever card or cards you find yourself most drawn towards. And I will also leave the timestamps in the description as well for each group of this reading. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading about what Spirit wants you to know. So we're going to go ahead and reveal the card that you chose, and this card is going to represent the overall energetic theme of the reading. And I'm also going to build upon that as well by getting a few more tarot cards, followed by some oracle cards to get a little bit more insight and information about the energies that may be coming up for you right now. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this card that you chose. So the card that we have for you is the Three of Cups, and I actually really love this energy for you. And the Three of Cups, this card usually represents an energy involving some kind of celebration, some kind of reunion. It very often involves feminine energies. This could definitely represent some kind of special occasion like a wedding or a baby shower, or just coming together to celebrate and honor friendship and honor collaboration. And this could also involve some kind of group of friends or sisters, or this doesn't necessarily have to involve feminine energies, but usually that is what the Three of Cups is usually associated with. But obviously just take this as it resonates with you. But this card could definitely indicate some kind of celebration coming your way very soon, and it could very well possibly involve a connection with feminine energies and some kind of collaboration, or some kind of positive acknowledgement of some sort. But we'll go ahead and get a few more cards for you, and we're going to go ahead and get a few more tarot cards from our cat tarot today. And we're just going to go ahead and see what else Spirit wants you to know. I'm going to go ahead and get a few more messages for you here, Group 1, and we'll see what wants to come through. So I have a few more cards, and the next card that we have here is the Fool. And this is quite interesting. I'll discuss this in a moment, but the next card that we have for you here is the Four of Cups. And I think it's kind of interesting how we have this progression with these cup cards here. But anyway, I'm going to discuss the energy here of the Fool first. And this card of the Fool, this usually indicates some kind of new initiation, some kind of new beginning, and a new chapter of some sort in your life. And this card can often indicate this is a major arcana card, and it's often associated with the energy of Uranus. But the Fool can often indicate some kind of energy that is maybe a little bit immature, or a little bit youthful, or a little bit naive. And there's oftentimes with this card, it's associated with a lot of enthusiasm and a very adventuresome spirit. But with this card, there's often the advice given that it's best to also proceed with caution along the way as well, and to remain enthusiastic, and to keep that forward momentum and that forward drive, but to also be a little bit wise and a little bit cautious and deliberate along the way when making decisions as well. And maybe it would be wise to maybe think before you act in certain situations, but to also remain curious, to also remain adventurous as well. And I think that perhaps on this journey with some kind of celebration, this could very well also mean that you're you're at the beginning stage of your life in some kind of sense. And maybe the celebration involves some sort of initiation, maybe a new job opportunity, maybe moving to a new location, something that's brand new, something that represents the unexplored territory for whatever that may mean for you in your own life and on your own journey. But obviously, take this as it resonates with you. And we also have the Four of Cups here, and this card is often associated with some kind of missed opportunity or being dissatisfied with what you have, but not being willing to take the chance to explore new options. And I think that with this new opportunity, and while there is a great deal of happiness and quite a great deal to be thankful for and to celebrate in your life, there may be also something that you may be a little bit discontent with. And while this may be a new beginning for you, perhaps it's possible that you may be a little bit stuck in the past, or a little bit attached to something that is no longer in alignment with where you are on your journey at this point. So I think it may be something to consider, maybe taking a little bit of a step back and to come back to self-awareness and to really ask yourself what does and does not belong with you at this point on your journey, and to also give yourself time to grieve anything that may not necessarily that may have not worked out for you, but that maybe you were very attached to and may have had a lot of expectations about. So these may just be some things to consider and some energies to keep in your awareness around this time. They may be something that Spirit wants you to know, but we'll go ahead and get a card for. We'll go ahead and get another card for you from our Moonology deck, and we'll go ahead and get another message here, and we'll just take a look what we have for you. So the next card that we have is the last quarter moon in Cancer. Take a breather. And I think it's really interesting. The last quarter moon, this is the time of allowing there to be a clearing away. And after having had such a bright and illuminated manifestation, this is time to now allow there to be that gratitude and that clearing away, and creating that void space for a new beginning and for new manifestations to take hold. And when the moon is in the sign of Cancer, it is in its home sign. And the sign of Cancer, this is all about tuning into our inner feminine energy, the inner mother within. And this is allowing ourselves to really nurture and take care of ourselves at a deep level, caring for our homes, caring for our loved ones. And this card asks you to take a breather. And I think this really means that perhaps for you, this may be a good time to really allow there to be that clearing away, like I was saying, and to allow there to be a kind of detachment as well, as you maybe take a step back. And while it is also a new beginning and an initiation in many ways, there may also be that kind of grieving process that I was discussing as well, that maybe a little bit of resistance to move forward. And even if it is a very happy experience, and maybe it's something that you wanted very much as well, our human existence can be very conflicting, and in many ways, sometimes part of us does want something while the other part may not necessarily be ready to embrace it. So I think that right now you may be moving through many different energies and many different conflicting energies, and you kind of might be at the beginning of the end and the beginning of a cycle simultaneously. So like this card is saying, I think it may be wise to give yourself some time and some space to really allow yourself to process any emotions and any energies that may be a bit uncomfortable, or maybe needing to be cleared out and transmuted. Anything that is beginning to kind of muck up and cloud up your energy field, it may be a good idea to allow yourself to take a step away and to take some time to really process and clear that out. So we'll go ahead and get a final card for you from our Woodland Wardens Oracle deck. And I'm going to go ahead and get a card for you here and get a final message from Spirit. And we'll go ahead and take a look at what we have for you. Give these a shuffle. So the card that we have is the Ram and Dahlia, Determination. And I think this is interesting. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and read this from the guidebook to get a little bit more insight here. So we'll go ahead and take a look. So the Ram and Dahlia is a card of action. The ram charges up the mountain with steady determination, removing any obstacles with its strong horns. Called the Queen of the Autumn Garden, the dahlia is known for its persistence. It produces flowers in the summer and well into the fall, outlasting most other blooms. You have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and will see your ambitions through. What am I most determined to accomplish? When have I worked best alone? And when have I benefited from another's help? And I think this is really interesting. And I think that this kind of goes back to what I was saying about how you're maybe simultaneously at the beginning and the end of a cycle. And whatever you're moving through, I think that you definitely have the determination and the will, the drive to push things forward. And this definitely kind of reminds me of Aries energy as well. And I kind of see that you have a lot of motivation and a lot of passion, a lot of drive. And whatever you want to accomplish in this life, I feel that you definitely have what it takes to make it happen. And whatever may not have worked out for you in the past, I think that you're definitely not going to let that hold you back or prevent you from making your future into the life of your dreams. And I think that you have that creativity and you have that curiosity as well, and that maybe that spirit of that inner child within you to really begin a new cycle and to really take life by the horns and just follow things through until the end, until you get to that point where you can really celebrate and really enjoy those fruits of your labors. But even along the way, I think it's important to allow yourself to celebrate and to make sure that you have that balance as well, taking a breather and making sure that you're allowing yourself to rest and to process and to integrate as well, and to maybe address some uncomfortable feelings, maybe some things that you've been maybe unwilling to let go of, or maybe some new opportunities that you've been a little bit resistant to move forward with. But obviously take this as it resonates with you, and at the end of the day, you will know what's best for you. And I'm going to go ahead and end your reading here, Group 1, and it's been an absolute privilege to bring you this reading. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And I'm sending you so much light, so much love, and so many blessings upon your journey. Thank you so much. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading about what Spirit wants you to know. So we're going to go ahead and reveal the card that you chose. And this card is going to represent the overall energetic theme of the reading. And I'm also going to build upon that by getting a few more tarot cards, followed by some oracle cards as well, to get a little bit more insight and information about these energies that may be coming up for you. So we'll go ahead and take a look at this card. I can get it. And the card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. And I really love this card. The Seven of Pentacles, this is really all about investing in your future and planting seeds now so you can reap the rewards in the not so far future. And this is all about taking that time and using your energy to like I was saying, to invest in yourself and to really make things happen and to create the life of your dreams. But to kind of take those small baby steps every day and to really till the soil and to water the garden regularly and to really put in that work on a consistent basis to to remain dedicated and deliberate when it comes to working towards your goals. And this is definitely very much related to financial energy and energy relating to the earth as well. And it's definitely it's a very slow and steady kind of energy as well. It's something that definitely doesn't result in instant gratification or instant results, but it's something that kind of has to be tended to and nurtured. And it's something that requires that patience. So whatever that may be for you, it could be a new job, it could be some new financial investments, whatever that is. And I kind of also see this as literally planting a garden and watering those seeds and weeding the garden and just taking those steps, taking those grounded, practical actions to create the life that you want. And it doesn't have to be anything super fancy or super flashy. It's just putting in the work, showing up, and doing what needs to be done. So I'll go ahead and get a few more cards for you here from our Cat Tarot. And we'll just get a few more messages to see what else Spirit wants you to know about this and what energies may be coming up. So we'll go ahead and get a couple more cards for you. Okay, so the next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. And this is kind of interesting. I'll discuss this in a moment. But we also have for you here the Knight of Cups. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this Seven of Swords first. The Seven of Swords can oftentimes indicate some kind of dishonesty or betrayal. And this could involve potentially someone in your life, someone who you actually know or have a relationship with, or this could represent some kind of self-sabotage or some kind of self-betrayal, maybe lying to yourself about something, not fully recognizing your power or your strength, maybe selling yourself short. But I think that you'll know what this means for you because this is probably going to resonate differently for everyone, depending on your situation. But I see the Seven of Swords as a very, very strong sign that it's going to be important to be very, very conscious about who you allow into your life and what kind of thoughts and what kind of energies are you allowing yourself to be surrounded with. And I think it's very important to prioritize the quality of the energy and just making sure that you're aligning yourself with things that are uplifting, inspiring, and honest above all, making sure that the people around you are honest and have your best interest at heart, and to always make sure that you're being honest with yourself, because we always know deep down when we're not, and we can only hide from the truth for so long. But I'm not saying that this is you. It really just depends on who you are and what you're going through. But whatever your situation is, there's definitely, I never judge anyone. I just I just tell you these energies as I see them and what these cards are typically associated with. So anyway, this Knight of Cups, this is all about, this is really all about enjoying the best in life and enjoying the more romantic, lighthearted aspects of life. And it can often mean kind of looking at things through rose-tinted glasses, or just kind of looking at the romantic, idealistic things. But in a lot of ways, it's kind of a sweet energy, and it definitely it can be interpreted as a sign to maybe lighten up a little bit, but to also kind of remain on top of things as well, especially if there's been some kind of dishonesty or some kind of sabotage going on here. But I think it's important to also make sure that there's that balance as well, and to make sure that there's also that balance between that work and that play. And this Knight of Cups, it can often indicate some kind of romantic interest or some kind of romantic offer, maybe a proposal, or some kind of new suitor of some sort. But I think it's just very important to, like I was saying, to make sure that anyone who you surround yourself with has your best interest at heart and is in alignment with you energetically. So I'm going to go ahead and continue your reading here by getting a card from our Moonology Oracle to get another message for you to see what Spirit wants you to know. So we'll go ahead and get a card here, and we will see what we have for you. So the card that we have is First Quarter Moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. And I think this is interesting because the first quarter moon, this is a time of, it's really a time of refining those intentions that you've put out into the universe. And it's a time of that energetic momentum beginning to build in energy and strength, of really pushing things forward into manifestation. It's that time between the initial intention and the manifestation. It's a time of really, as this card says, of pushing through. And the sign of Cancer, this is really all about returning to our internal mother, and really nurturing and taking care of ourselves, taking care of our homes and our own internal energies. And really tapping into that intuition and that ability to really feel things and sense things beyond. And the moon is in its home sign within the sign of Cancer. This card asks you to push through any insecurity, and no matter what that may be for you, I think that this is a sign that you definitely do have what it takes to create the life that you want, and to keep watering those seeds, to really keep pushing through, to keep remaining persistent, dedicated, and to remember to hold the vision, and to remember that you can do this, you can create this. And no amount of dishonesty or self-sabotage or external sabotage can prevent you from creating this life of your dreams. And this life is going to have so much beauty. It's going to have so much love and romance and happiness. And occasionally that may mean that it's time to maybe get your head out of the clouds a little bit and do that work. But it's definitely not something to beat yourself up about when you find yourself maybe falling in those patterns. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue your reading here by getting a final card for you from our Woodland Warden's Oracle. And we're just going to go ahead and get a final card, a final message from Spirit here. And we'll just go ahead and see what we have for you to finish off the reading. Okay, group 2. Let's see. The card that we have is the Frog and Lotus, Metamorphosis. Okay, this is interesting. And I'm actually going to read this card from the guidebook to get a little bit more insight and information here. So give me just a moment and I will read this description for you. Okay, the Frog and Lotus Metamorphosis. This card reminds us that change is natural, rebirth is possible, and a healing balance can be achieved. The frog, developing as it does from a tiny tadpole, symbolizes transformation. The lotus flower, too, symbolizes rebirth, unfurling even amid murky waters. Going through such a change can be difficult and a struggle, but the resulting metamorphosis opens us up to growth, self-acceptance, and happiness. Consider what in your life needs changing and think about the steps you can take to achieve that change. You owe it to yourself to allow your own growth and rebirth. What can I change in myself or my life for the better? How can I be more accepting of change I cannot control? Well, wow, I think this is very interesting, and I think that we're all kind of constantly going through that metamorphosis, constantly evolving, constantly changing, and things never really are completely stagnant in this existence. And I think this is a sign to you to maybe allow yourself to really move through those rhythms and cycles and allow those shifts and those ebbs and flows to really take place, not clinch, to not resist, but to really surrender and allow that unfurling, as it said, to happen, and to allow yourself to remain centered and grounded in truth and in that knowing that you really can create the life that you want, and just to continue working bit by bit, day by day, watering those seeds and holding that vision and pushing past any kind of perceived limitations, and to allow there to be that romantic and that more lighthearted aspect of yourself to kind of open up and to bloom as well, but to make sure that there's that balance, and to make sure that you are to make sure that you're protecting yourself, and to make sure that you're being honest with yourself throughout this process of transformation and change and metamorphosis, and to always remember that you are on the right path, and that only you will know what is best for you on this journey. And ultimately, the end result is something that I think you're going to be very, very proud of and very happy with, because you are the divine alchemist of your life, and you're making this happen day by day, bit by bit. And I'm very proud of you. And just by feeling your energy and feeling these cards here, I feel that you have a very powerful and very special mission in this life. And I just feel very, very honored to bring this reading to you and to connect with your energy today. And I'm going to go ahead and in your reading here, group 2. And I just wanted to say it's been an absolute privilege to bring you this reading. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And I'm sending you so much light, so much love, and infinite blessings upon your journey. Thank you so much. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading about what Spirit wants you to know. So we'll go ahead and reveal the energy of the card that you chose, and this card is going to represent the overall energetic theme of the reading. And I'm also going to build upon that as well by getting a few more tarot cards, followed by some oracle cards, to get a little bit more insight and information about the energies that may be coming through for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at this card. So the card that we have for you is the Eight of Pentacles. And this card is interesting. The Eight of Pentacles, this is all about allowing yourself to have that time and to have that space to really work towards your goals, and to really work and to harness and perfect your craft, whatever that may be. But this is really allowing yourself to have that study space, to have that to have that workshop area where you can really focus and to really allow yourself to have that place where you can work on those goals and make the magic happen, whatever that may be for you. And I kind of see this as really indicating that it may be important for you to take a little bit of time away and to make sure you have that reserved space where you can really work on that craft of yours, and where you can create, and where you can really alchemize whatever energies you are trying to bring into manifestation. That's what this card is really all about, is allowing yourself to have your lab, your workshop, your studio, whatever that is, that sacred space where you can manifest and really call in that energy that you're wanting to bring about into existence. So I think this is very beautiful, and I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more information for you about this from our cat tarot, and we're just going to go ahead and get a few more cards, a few more messages from Spirit about what may be coming up for you. So we'll go ahead and get you a few more cards here. Okay, so the next card that I have for you here, if I can get it, the next card that I have for you is the Eight of Cups. Very interesting. And the next card that we have is the Page of Cups. I just love the cute pictures on these cat tarot cards sometimes. But anyway, we'll go ahead and talk about this Eight of Cups first. And the Eight of Cups, this is all about walking away from something that doesn't serve us. Maybe something that didn't work out, an old relationship, an old job. It's allowing there to be that grieving process, allowing that to take place, but knowing that we deserve so much better, and knowing that our current situation isn't our final destination. And yes, this can definitely be painful at times, and there can be that separation and that loss. It can be a bit painful, definitely, but I feel that this change, that it's something that is really serving our highest good, whatever that may be for you. And I feel that this message sometimes also resonates with me personally. I feel like these messages come through for me as well. But anyway, this Eight of Cups is really indicating that it's time to maybe move on and to move forward, to accept any kind of painful changes or transformations that may be taking place. I kind of feel it as perhaps relating to that Scorpio energy, and kind of venturing into the depths and the undercurrents within our own psyche and doing that shadow work, but allowing there to be that death and that rebirth, that ending and that new beginning to take place. And the next card that we have for you here is the Page of Cups. And this is really all about allowing ourselves to have a little bit of that inner child curiosity, embracing that inner child, and kind of allowing ourselves to be a little bit creative, a little bit curious, maybe even a little bit clumsy or naive at times, and to be a little bit more playful as well. And I feel that maybe with this hard work and this concentration and this focus that you may be going through here with this Eight of Pentacles, and maybe the separation that you may be going through with this Eight of Cups, I think it may be important to allow yourself to have a little bit of time to play, a little bit of time to explore, and maybe create as well. To have a little bit more fun and to not necessarily take everything so seriously. I think it's important to always have that balance in life. I think that may be something to maybe keep in your awareness, is finding that balance and allowing yourself to play, to explore. And I think that maybe by tapping into your creative spirit a little bit more, this may help you maybe find a way to cope with some of these more difficult feelings of endings and of loss with the Eight of Cups. But obviously take this as it resonates with you, because it's going to be different for everyone depending on your situation. And I think it's also interesting. I also just had this Devil card just fall off my my cat tarot deck as well. So that might be a sign that it may be something to address within your own energy. And I'm just going to put this here, but I wasn't planning on getting an extra card, but I think this is definitely a sign that there may be something to address. There may be something. I put this here next to the Eight of Cups because I think it's a sign there may be something to walk away from. There may be some kind of unhealthy pattern, some kind of addiction or toxic relationship, toxic energetic attachment that needs to be severed, that needs to be healed, and it needs to be transmuted. So I think whatever you're walking away from is definitely going to be helping you release yourself from something that may not necessarily have been serving you and was probably not in alignment with your highest good. So I'm going to go ahead and get another card for you here from our Moonology Oracle, just to get another message from Spirit. And we'll go ahead and take a look at what wants to come through from Spirit. Okay, so the next card that we have is Last Quarter Moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. Okay, I'm just going to put this here. But with this last quarter moon in Pisces, the last quarter moons, these are times to allow there to be that gratitude and that release, to clear that energetic space for a new beginning and for a new initiation and for new intentions to be planted. But this is all about allowing ourselves to really sit with that emptiness, to sit with that void space, and to allow there to kind of be that darkness, that unknowing, that uncertainty, and maybe a little bit of discomfort. And the sign of Pisces, this is all about tuning into our connection to the divine, tapping into our higher guidance, our crown chakra, and that connection to all that is. And this card asks you to talk less and feel more. And I think that this really asks you to really tap into those higher vibrational energies, and to really allow yourself to feel those energies, and to maybe sit in silence, to sit with any kind of knowing or unknowing that may be, and to just allow yourself to come back to the present moment and to come back to centered awareness. So I think that that's going to be something that may be very important for you to incorporate and integrate, maybe as you're moving away from some more unhealthy patterns. So I'm going to go ahead and end your reading with a final card from our Woodland Warden's Oracle deck. So I'm going to go ahead and get a final message for you here, and we will see what we have. So I'm just going to give these a shuffle. Okay. So the card that we have is the Otter and Cattail Peace. This is interesting. And I just love the beautiful imagery of these cards. I absolutely love this Woodland Warden's deck. And I'm actually going to read this one from this description from the book to get a little bit more insight here. So give me just a moment. Okay, the Otter and the Cattail, Peace. The otter glides through the water with grace and fluidity, a beautiful sight to behold. The otter's playful swim brings calm and joy to those who witness it. The cattail is a symbol of peace and prosperity. It can be used for a variety of domestic purposes, from basket weaving and bedding to home insulation. it is also a nourishing food. You are entering a time of peace and tranquility. Enjoy it, allowing yourself to relax fully. Do I allow myself to enjoy peace when it finds me? Am I struggling needlessly against a strong current? Those might be some interesting questions to ask yourself. And I think that this card, as it says, I think it's important to really, I think it's important to allow yourself to really come back to the present moment, to connect to that, that presence, and to really connect to that divine connection, and allowing yourself to maybe get out of your mind a little bit more, and into your body, into your connection with spirit, and to not overthink things so much, to come back to peace, to come back to the present moment, and just allow there to be that detachment, that to allow anything that's ready to go, to allow it to fall away, and anything that isn't serving you. I think it's important to just let it go, and to know that you can overcome any obstacle, and to know that you really can create the life that you want. And by giving yourself that time and that space to work on life of your dreams, and remaining open and curious, and really feeling your emotions, allowing yourself to feel your emotions rather than turning towards unhealthy coping mechanisms. And I think when you allow yourself to face whatever needs to be addressed, and to feel what needs to be felt, it's going to really bring you the most peace, and to really bring you that ultimate gratification, that ultimate satisfaction. And I think that will ultimately help you manifest that life of your dreams, and help you concentrate, and help you and to help you really deliberately work towards those goals in a productive kind of way, when your energy is clear, and you're feeling and you're performing at your best. So I'm going to go ahead and end your reading here, group 3, and it's been an absolute privilege to bring you this reading. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. And I'm sending you so much light, so much love, and so many blessings upon your journey. Thank you so much.